Satsang-85. Meditate on the divine tree. 19th October, 1935. All beings, all that see, and all that we feel is only Brahman in its completeness. One who knows this realizes that all is Brahman. Just as the banana tree is full of water, in a similar way, all of the 5 elements, including the earth, are only life energy. All of the winds are that. Only God. The houses are earth, and the people are earth. They eat earth and return back into earth in the end. All of this illusion is in the form of life energy. We may paint many pictures, but there is nothing but paint. Knowledge, jnana, means right knowledge. What is right knowledge? To know that which is the original essence is right knowledge. The creations born out of the 5 elements are all a myth. With the dissolution of the elements, what remains is only life energy. The wise man must know what is at the root of everything. That which functions within all is that life energy. One who knows this is in all the elements everywhere and in all beings, and is truly Atman. In all beings, it is the self who lives, and that self is God. This is the one single quality, the natural self-being, and the true religion and natural state. When this quality disappears, what remains is beyond qualities or attributes. This one existence is nothing other than the Supreme Self, Parabrahman. It is the great God of all beings, all of their activities and functions, and their glory. That is one alone, without any facets or attributes. It is original, permeating everywhere, self-created and self-luminous, the Supreme Self. It is Param Atman. It is not possible to describe one who has realized the Supreme Self and has become reality. To conceive of this state is the highest achievement of intelligence. That knowledge which is cognizant of Brahman, which is all, is the supreme knowledge. Nothing further remains to be learned. The aspirants who study in such a way become Brahman. They attain this knowledge, which is the pinnacle of intelligence and the highest wisdom. They experience that there is nothing else but that one singular existence. To conceive and insist that all of this appearance is a multiplicity and real is the greatest ignorance. Brahman exists even before you became cognizant about any appearances. Everything is of the nature of Brahman. But people started to think that the I is something separate and started acting with the illusory concept that this world is real. What has happened? The mouse is riding upon Lord Ganapati. When you bow before the Lord, Ganapati says, "You are doing the right thing, but please see this little mistake and correct it." Then it will be all right. And that is the end of illusion. Then the sin of many lives is wiped out. Ganapati here is the primordial male principle, the original formless existence, or the Adi Purusha. And in your misunderstanding, instead of God riding over the mouse is riding over him. It is this ego mouse that is dictating to you one thing or another. All the sciences and the Vedas are advising good things to this mouse, the ego, but it is not listening. Then the Sadguru said to his disciple, "My dear, there is not any mouse, no ego. The thought that there is a mouse is false. This ego is false. What is true is this original formless existence, Adi Purusha. So drop this illusion of ego." When you take a vow of renunciation, sannyasa, you get your head shaved by a barber, but that is only an initiation by the barber. That will lead you nowhere. Action must be taken so that the roots of the hair will never grow again. Brahman is not caught in the hair on your head. The hair will grow back again and again. Doing things of an outward nature to your body will not enable you to realize Brahman. What is necessary is the company of a great guru. By the light that he kindles in your heart, by bestowing upon you the sacred mantra, your very initiation in the cycle of birth and death will vanish together with the evil effects. By nipping in the bud your initiation in the birth and death cycle, you can arrive at the basic state of your inner self. Let the hair on your head remain, the hair of the latent tendencies of the mind, the samskaras and vasanas inside you that lead you into the world must be cut off with the knowledge given by the Sadguru. The renunciation of the 6 vices of greed and anger, hatred, desire, craving, and pride must take place. What is the need of getting your head shaved by a barber? The meaning of the key of knowledge is that when the I is dropped, the nuisance is also gone. The body house should be vacated. That is the only thing to be done. Only one thing must happen. That is that the state of having no I must be adopted. The all-pervading, omnipresent Brahman is as it is. only I am not. I am not. And in that egoless state, everything is unqualified Brahman. I means ego, the sense of being a separate entity. The pride of that separate existence must be renounced. This is the height of true wisdom. This shape of the body is going to perish one day. However, it is only due to and with the help of this body that one can become the eternal Brahman with the realization of Atman, the Self. There is no doubt that illusion is unreal, but this body, which is so useful, is created because of illusion. Those who, with the help of this body, constantly devote themselves to the Self, reach Brahman. See how great the gain can be with proper use of the human body? Those who spend their energy for worthless things and lose this greatest benefit live in hell, which can last very long. We must not be enticed by worthless gain, thereby losing the complete fulfillment of our life. Who would be such a fool to indulge in those actions by which rebirth is destined to be our lot? If by doing but one simple action one could attain Brahman, then why would the wise not do that action? Who will not gain the wish-fulfilling tree, the divine tree, by giving up the rag of imaginary concepts? He who would not do this would be a fool. Who would give up the great benefit of realizing one's unity with God by not doing the simple act of offering all actions to God? This is the advice of spiritual life given by Krishna to Uddhava. The word Uddhava means conviction becoming firm. This is the pinnacle of all devotion. Krishna said, "This knowledge of Brahman is given by me like a sweet morsel, with all the love of a mother. This knowledge is unattainable to those who go into the complications of the scriptures and sciences." The sage Gautama Buddha, by just walking around doing pradakshina, a cow got Ahilya as his wife. All of the others and the gods are still going around the earth. Vishnu and Brahma went to search for the feet and the crown of Shiva. However, Vishnu could not reach the feet of Shiva, nor could Brahma reach his crown. Such knowledge of Shiva's greatness, O Uddhava, is given by me, Krishna, to you. Those who only follow the Vedas and other scriptures are only entangled in them. They quarrel in vain without knowing the real essence, the Absolute. Many great people fight over the nuances of meanings and interpretations of various scriptures. But even by dissecting them to pieces, they have not arrived at God. They did not attain the knowledge of Brahman, because it is not possible to describe Brahman in words. The Vedas have declared this is not Brahman. Neti, neti. How then can one man describe it? Those who describe Brahman have never visited that town. How can they describe the town that they have not seen? Only those who have not realized indulge in profuse descriptions and endless talks. Vedanta scholars expound many arguments about Brahman, but they have not enjoyed the bliss of that. This is the main thing that is lacking in their case. I have given you that knowledge which has nothing to do with the Vedas and Shastras. Only the true Guru, the Sadguru, gives this knowledge to worthy disciples by use of various tricks and examples. I have given it to you without your going to any trouble. By attaining this knowledge, all doubts are burned up, and the devotee becomes the absolute Brahman. This is called the King of Knowledge, which I have told you. One who listens to it is truly the fortunate one. It is only the fortunate who listens and reflects over what is being told here and gains this knowledge. It is no wonder that the wise will be liberated by contemplation of this knowledge, and even the simple-minded will be emancipated. People get the milk from the cow, which is truly for the calf. In a similar way, by devotion of Uddhava, others are benefited. Krishna even said, I gave out to you openly what was hidden in my heart. You have gone to such a land in which even the name of death, Yama, is not known. Even the immortal nectar may perhaps have an end, but you have attained such a state where people have no birth or death because they have drunk at the fountain of this nectar, like knowledge. Eknath wrote the epic Sanskrit book Bhagwat in the Marathi language, and the priests began to harass him. They made him an outcast, and then that book was sent to Varanasi, where some other priest praised this book tremendously. Then those critical priests became silent. This book, the Eknathi Bhagwat, is called the Question and Answer System. When we have taken birth in this world, the only aim before us is to be unconditionally free. However, very few who are truly fortunate and blessed have this aim fulfilled. One who cherishes in his heart this understanding, this knowledge, becomes Brahman himself. The listener and the teacher become one. Once you gain this knowledge, it never perishes. As Krishna said, I become the servant of those who teach this knowledge to my devotees. The result of giving out this knowledge to others is told by Lord Krishna himself when he said, this knowledge should be given to those who have surrendered themselves to me with body, speech, and mind. This knowledge should not be taught to one who is not a devotee. This secret should only be told to the devotees who have love for me. I myself become the servant to that devotee who is excellent in devotion, bhakti, and in knowledge, jnana.